BT-14's Blastace is looking to be one of the most influential sets in the Digimon card game history, and today I'm going to be showcasing the power of some of the new cards with a classic deck, Wargreymon. We're going to go through a quick deck list, and then we'll have some games where you'll be able to see the new cards truly shine. Let's go to the list. So here we are with the list. We have standard 4 Coromon. I prefer to go with the DP eggs over the draw eggs, because sometimes that 1k DP actually matters. It actually matters quite a lot. So I prefer the 1k DP Coromon because typically you're not sitting there trying to get a stack that gets multiple draws with value. Most of the time I found that you probably only ever will draw like one card off of it, and I'd rather get the DP for those critical thresholds. We got 4 of the BT-12 Agumon. I'm playing 4 of the new Agumon, strictly better than the old promo. This is the one that if you have a tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name, you can digivolve into a Greymon specifically from your hand for free. Important to note that it doesn't count Greymon X, it has to be specifically Greymon. But regardless, very powerful effect. 4 Agu X easy. 1 of Grey X. You know, we got the BT-5 Greymon here. This one, in tandem with the new Agumon, actually allows you to Evo for 0, and then you still get to gain this memory. So you get to gain a memory going up the line with this guy, which is why that BT-14 Agumon is so powerful. Sec +1, piercing Metal Gray, it's the best one. Metal Gray X, because we like to hit them hard and the DP matters. Raid Wargrey is still awesome as ever. For playing a copy of the new Secret Rare Wargreymon, you probably could bump this up to 2. You could probably cut the raid down to 2 to play 2 of this. It's pretty impactful. It's just that it's only really impactful for exactly that one turn, but it does sometimes let you hit those critical security numbers. So I found some pretty good use with it. I'll probably experiment with a 2-2 ratio instead of a 3-1, but for this video, you know, I like that. 2 Wargrey X, very powerful card. Blitz Omnimon, because we like to blitz for game. 4 copies of Offense Training. The training cards that are going to be included with BT-14 are unbelievably strong. And in the case of this one, the classic, reveal the top 2, add a red card, place the bottom, replace the rest on bottom in any order, and then delay. You can digivolve into a red Digimon for reduced cost of 2. So very, very powerful card. And then a couple red mem boosts for even more consistency and memory gain. X antibody for some X antibody shenanigans, and 4 copies of memory set or tie with security attack. You'll notice we aren't playing the black tie. We don't care about blocker in this list. We're hitting them hard and fast and winning the game. So yeah, this is what we're going with. All right, so in this first game we have myself playing against Jackson's. He's going first. Looks like I'm not. No, this is not a hand that you're gonna keep here. Alright, he hatches Viximon, digivolves into Renamon in the back, so it looks like we're playing against Sakuya, and he's going to play a Renamon for 3, looking at the top 4, taking a Rika. And that is it. I'm at 3, draw, go ahead and hatch. I'll digivolve into Agu X, and then I think I'm just going to play the tie for 4. Even though I have the full line, I want to get the tie established early because it's important to get that security attack +1. Getting set to 3 is also good, but it also enables the new Agumon because you have to have a tie in play in order to use its warp effect. It looks like he just passes the turn right back with a Rika, also his memory tamer. Stand raising, go to Greymon for 2, and I think Metal Greymon for 3. Yep, drawing a card, passing him to 3. Alright, he's gonna draw, and I think he promotes. No promotion, just Cubimon for 2. Attacking security with Renamon, reveals it's a Greymon for 5k, so he will be deleted. And he just plays another Rika to give me 3 again. So now he has 2 Rikas set up. I think with all the pieces that I have here, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Yep. But we're gonna promote our Metal Greymon. We're at 3 from tie. We have Sec +1 from the Greymon inheritable. We're about to Evo into Metal Grey Alterus first to get an extra stack, and then Metal Greymon X gaining 3k and security attack +1. Now we're at Sec +2 with the tie Sec +3, digivolving into Wargreymon for 3, gaining 3k DP and reboot for the turn. And then we're just going to swing security. This is 4 checks. Yep, 4 checks at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19k. Alright, first check's physical training, sets, Sakuya, nothing, Renamon, nothing. And an offensive plug-in A, security effect, reveal the top 3 of your deck, add a tamer card to your hand, place the rest on bottom. No hits. And I pass the turn with offense training, revealing the top 2. We'll take the tie. I don't need another Metal Greymon. Passing him to 3 because of Rika. Wargreymon will reboot. And again, I'm a 18k. 18k DP, not a blocker. But my opponent is at 1 security. And if he leaves a Digimon unsuspended, I can just raid and pierce and swing again for game. Alright, he uses the delay effect of physical training so that he can evo for 2 less. So we're gonna see a Digivolving into Talmon for a cost of 1. Yep, when Digivolving, he's playing a plug-in for 1 option card with plug-in in its name without meeting color requirements and without paying cost. So he's playing the Invalidation plug-in, giving -6k until the end of my turn, and then he's using the inheritable effects of the QB and the Renamon to give 2k each, so that's another -4k. Drawing a card with the Viximon for playing an option card with cost 2 or greater. So currently Wargreymon is sitting at -10k, but I still have 8,000 left. He's going to play a Digivolution plugin S. He can ignore the color requirements because he has a Tamer in play. Digivolving into the Kuzuhamon. And Kuzuhamon is going to allow him to play an option card with cost 5 or greater. He's going to play another Invalidation plugin to give another -6. So currently Wargreymon is at -16k, but again, Wargreymon's 18 right now. So I have 2k left. And then he's just gonna play Renamon for 3. Yep, total, yep, -14. It's gonna be just the plugins that will linger until through the end of my turn. So when it comes to my turn, Wargreymon's gonna be -12, which ordinarily would delete him because he's only a base 12, but on my turn I do have the egg that gives me 1k DP, so I'm not gonna die when I pass turn. Looks like he's swinging security with the Kuzuha, activating the effect of Rika in order to play a plugin for free, playing the defense plugin C to give it reboot blocker and cannot be deleted by effects. And then he's doing 1 check at security. Oh no, he's doing the blocker reboot to the Renamon, actually. It's, I don't know, interesting play for him because my Wargreymon's going to be, like I said, he's only going to be 1k DP on my turn, so it's not like I'm going to be raiding into Kuzuha anyway. Actually, no, I can't because I can only raid into the highest DP target, so he's putting it into the Renamon, which is still 1k. But the thing is, Wargrey is 1k, so I can't even swing and raid and pierce through Renamon because I'm a 1k Wargrey with no additional DP buffs. So I will not be declaring an attack here. Instead, I'm just going to evo into the new BT-14 Agumon. Very, very powerful card. Allows you to Digivolve into a Greymon for 0 as long as you have a tie at the start of the main phase. But that is its main effect, and sometimes it's more memory efficient to just Digivolve all the way up in raising. Over here checking his trash to see what's going on here. You'll see power of Wargreymon and all the security attack that I have, that is not going to end up mattering here. I'm just going to Evo into Greymon X, and then I think we go into Metal Greymon here, because even though we could get the sweet value, getting a free Greymon evolution next turn if we keep the Agumon, it's actually a better use of our turn here to Evo all the way. And instead of Evoing to Metal Greymon, we're going to play the Red Memory Boost. Instead of paying the 3 right now in order to Evo into the Metal Grey, I'd rather, with the offense training specifically in the back ready to fire off, I'd rather have more memory from the Memory Boost, so that I can really go all the way up the line, and deal with any potential shenanigans he tries to go. So he unsuspends, gonna hatch Viximon, Digivolve into Renamon. He does have that physical training in the back that he can use to Evo for 2 less. Looks like he's gonna use the effect of the physical training delay, Evo into Cubimon for 0. Very powerful effect. These training cards really, again, are the fundamental reason why I believe BT-14 is just going to be such an impactful set. One of the most impactful sets in the game. Just because we in the English format get the physical training cards as part of the set. They're box toppers. As opposed to the way that they were released in Asia, they had them separately. So the impact of BT-14, while it was still big in Japan, is not going to be the same here in the West, because not only do we get the new BT-14 cards, we're also getting the ridiculous training cards. And you're seeing a good use of it on both sides in this game here. We've both had the opportunity to use our training cards. Looks like he's going to use the high-speed plugin D on his Cubimon to give it jamming and unblockable. Not that I have blocker anyway. Again, this is pure gas, pure aggro Wargreymon. We're here to clear all their security out and win the game. We're not really doing any blocker shenanigans. The plug-in goes to the top. Yep, and he gets to draw a card off of the Viximon Inheritable, giving some minus DP to my Wargrey. My Wargrey at this point is still only 12, so if he can delete the Wargrey, if he can put out enough DP minus, Wargrey is susceptible to deletion here with a low amount of DP. He's going to swing with the Maid Mode, playing the offensive plugin A for free using Rika as effect, so this is going to be 2 checks on the Maid Mode, jamming. Oh, and it looks like my opponent actually did give the jamming to the Maid Mode, not the Cubimon. So it's 2 checks jamming. Yep, swinging in, no fear. And looks like I'm on the ropes here, but I do have a Gray X in the back, and you can, in our hand, we have everything that we need to win here, especially with the double tie, the red Bem boost, and the offense training. So we're ready to go crazy. And he passes turn to us by just playing a Renamon. And as a Wargrey player, all I'm seeing is 2 raid targets on my enemy's field. He doesn't have any blockers, since the defense plugin was the previous turn, so there's not going to be any blocker shenanigans here, but I will gladly use their unsuspended Digimon to raid in order to unsuspend. So I draw for turn, we're going to promote up. And we're going to crack this boost, because I plan on ending this game this turn. We're going 5. Crack the offense training. Digivolve into Metal Greymon for a cost of 1, thanks to offense training. And then we're going to Digivolve into the Wargrey for 3. Draw, gain my 3k DP boost along with Reboot. We're going to attach the X antibody to Wargreymon, allowing me to Digivolve into an X antibody on attack. We're going to go ahead and swing security with Wargreymon. We're going to raid into the Cubimon, unsuspending, using the X antibody effect to Digivolve into the Wargrey X for 1. So we're swinging, piercing through the Cubimon for effectively 1, 2, 3, 4 checks. And we're unsuspended, and at the end of the attack, we gain the memory, and then we're going to delete a Digimon with DP less than or equal to Wargrey's, which in this case is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18k. And then we gain the 2 memory from Wargrey X's effect for removing cards from a security. And Wargrey swings for game. Alright, next game looks like I'm going first. And I don't have a rookie, but I have 2 offense trainings. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm keeping it. Let's try it out. Let's see here. This is a risky hand, but I feel good about it. So we're just gonna hatch and we're just gonna play tie. We're gonna give him 4, but guaranteeing that we go to 3 is great. And it looks like we're against Beelzemon, probably with the Pagumon hatch. Yep, Beelzemon. So now I'm thinking, in order for me to be able to swing all the checks safely, I need the Greymon X more than ever. Looks like he's gonna play Iron Mako for 3, revealing 4. Probably gonna take the Wizard, if I were to guess. Yep, taking the Wizardmon. Putting the rest to the bottom. And then what's he gonna do to pass turn? See, the beauty of this play is I have a memory setter, so if he just evolves that Wizardmon, yeah, so instead of putting me to 1, I'm going to 3. Draw, looks like I drew the rookie anyway, but I'm gonna fire an offense training first for 2 costs, revealing the top 2, and I do get the normal Agumon, and I also see a Wargreymon, so I'm thinking, because I would like to take this Wargrey here, because then I would have the full line, but in order for me to swing safely at security, I need multiple doubles for Greymon X, so I'm just going to take the Agumon. I'll Evo an Agumon draw, and then I think I'm just going to put him to 1 again, put the other offense training, and it looks like I get the Wargreymon anyway. Instantly take that one, put the rest to the bottom, start him off at 1. Looks like he is gonna promote that Wizardmon stack out of raising, which means he definitely has the 5 here. Question is he gonna have the memory to keep turn, and then what else is he gonna do? Alright, he goes into Balmon for 3. Suspending the Iron Mako to put a card on top, gaining a memory. And then Balmon's Digivolving effect is going to trash 3. Trashing Rivals, Deathslinger, and Balmon, so he does get to keep the turn, and the Rivals does get to play. Yep. Now that he got to keep turn, what's he going to do? There is no Beels in the trash currently, so if he swings with the Balmon, he does get to mill 2 and stack 1 with the Wizard Inheritable. And then on delete, he can mill 2 more. But if he doesn't have a Beels currently in the trash, no, he's just going to evolve it for 4 into the starter deck Beels. Going to draw trash 4, trashing Iron Mako, Impmon X, and Balmon. So nothing, no hits there. And he has less than 10. So he doesn't even gain the memory to put me at 3. So I'm starting my turn at 4, and I have double offense training. So now we're just going to hit the gas with Agu X. Yeah, we feel pretty confident. So we're going to Evo the Agu X, going to draw, reveal 3, and there's the Greymon X, taking that instantly. I'm at 4 memory with 2 offense trainings. Each one of them effectively is 2 memories worth. So I'm going to Evo into the DP Greymon for 0, draw, and gain 1 since I have an Agumon in my evolution source. So I effectively Evo'd for 0 and gained a memory. It's very nice. Greymon X for 0. We'll go into the Metal Greymon for its full 3 cost. Metal X for 0, gaining 3k and Sec +1. And now I'm going to crack the offense training to Digivolve into Wargreymon for 1. I'll draw, gain another 3k, so now I'm sitting with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10k boost. Yeah, sitting at 10k, so this is a 22k swing. I'm raiding into the Beelzemon, unsuspend, pierce. He did the check a little bit early here. But it is going to be for 3 checks here. I got Sec +1 from the tie, Sec +1 from the Metal X. So 3 checks, unsuspending, but I'm piercing first through the Beelzemon. He's gonna mill 2 with the Pogomon's effect. Looks like he hits the EX2 Beels, electing to play back that Impmon. And he's gonna play back a Beels of his choosing. I think he's doing things a little bit out of order here. I think I remind him here to play a Beelzemon if he wishes. He doesn't actually have to play the Beelzemon with the Balmon deletion effect. It doesn't actually matter because it's going to get raided into with the Wargrey if he chooses. And he doesn't have the on-play Beelzemon, so there's no Beelzemon here that makes any difference. Yep, and he's just electing to play the starter Beels. The one that he evoed on top of. I hit another one in the security, but he did have that starter, the other starter Beels, so it's all good. I'm gonna swing security raid into the newly played Beelzemon to pierce for the last 2 checks. Deathslinger is hitting security, however, he does not have the 20 required cards in order to delete Wargrey. Wargrey is a level 6. Deathslinger deletes a 4 plus 1 level for each 10. So he, with 16 cards in the trash, was able to delete a level 5, not a level 6. So I don't have to burn the protection there. But I do hit Rivals as the last check, and that one will, in fact, attempt to delete the Wargrey. I'm immediately just going to trash the Metal Greymon X and the Metal Greymon, as I no longer need piercing because he has 0 security. And then I think just to pass the turn, I'm evoing the Wargrey X, put him to 1. I'll draw, and then I will reboot thanks to the Wargreymon, BT-14 Wargreymon's effect. So now he's facing down a Wargreymon X with still 2 protections. He's at 1. He has no security. We just hit him. My opponent's going to evo into the Wizardmon X. So spending the Iron Mako to effectively evo for 1, milling 2 cards, milling the Wizardmon, gaining a memory. And then he's just going to hard play the 7th full cluster for 6, attempting to delete the Wargrey. But again, we have 2 layers of protection because I have the Grey X with double Agumon, double Greymon. So I'm just going to trash the 2 Agumons in order to stay alive, maintain 1 more layer of protection. Not that it really matters because he doesn't have blocker here, and he has 0 security. So we're just going to trash these 2 Agumons. And it's our turn at 6. We don't even really need to use them. We can just swing the Wargreymon for game. Alright. Looks like we are going second this time. And this looks like a pretty decent hand. So I'm going to keep this. Got the rookie, got the Greymon, the 1 of Grey X, Tamer. This is everything I could ask for. It's a security Greymon as well, so. And he hatches a Coralmon, so it looks like, yep, we have a mirror match. Playing the Agumon for 3, checking the top 4 to add a Greymon. He gets 1 of every level, so anything that he's currently missing, he can take right now. No tie, though, so he just gets to take 1. Choosing to take the Metal Grey X to the hand. Okay. Interesting choice. And we're going to draw. We'll draw for Metal Grey X. Perfect. We're going to evolve into the Agu X to draw. I'm just going to play a tie here. Put him to 1. Want to get my Tamer out early. I don't play the Greymon that plays a tie for free if I don't have one. Could be something that we could change, maybe, but I think the value of the BT-5 Greymon gaining a memory in combination with the new Agumon is just too good. Also, 2k is greater than 1k. Alright, my opponent swinging at security with Agumon, hits a Greymon. My opponent's at 1, playing a offense training of his own, checking 2, grabbing the Greymon to hand. And thanks to my first turn memory setter, I'm going to 3. We're going to draw. My hand, while I have a line up to 6, it's not really the best line, so I'm going to keep Agumon in the back. I'm just going to evo for 2 into Greymon, draw, and now we have a choice. We can evo into the 1 of Grey X, or we can evo into the protection Grey X. I'm going to elect to save it, an offense train here. And we're going to grab another Agu X, because why not? Didn't really have anything useful there. But we get to put our opponent at 1. The power of these training cards is not only are they extremely powerful in helping you evolve faster, but they're also just great tools to put your opponent to 1, which is why I think memory tamers are more important now than ever. With all the training cards running around in the format, if you don't have a memory tamer, you should just expect to be put to 1 or 2, because most decks, if they have the capability, they're going to be playing 4 copies of it, and it's a nice, easy 2-cost option. But my opponent is going to go into the BT-14 Wargreymon for effectively 1 memory. He couldn't evolve it for free because he doesn't have a tie of his own, but he still gets to go for 1. Greymon X in the front. And this is a pretty risky play on his part, because if I had the raid Metal Greymon, his whole stack's going to die. So he's basically just hedging on the idea that I don't have the raid Metal Grey, and he actually guesses right, because currently in my hand I don't have the raid Metal Grey to punish. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. I draw another Metal X. Not exactly what I want, but I'm not gonna sit back. My opponent moved out. I'm gonna move out too. I'm gonna Evo into the Gray X for 1, just in case I get the Metal Grey to Evo for 1. And now I'm just debating, what do I do here? My hand is so awkward, but I have an Agumon, and I think I'm gonna play it. Go to 0, reveal 4. We're gonna snatch up that Wargreymon because it's our only target, but it's also exactly what we wanted. We needed the good 6. I don't want to... It feels really bad to go into Wargrey X alone. Looks like I reveal a normal Greymon X. Still can't find my Metal Grey, my normal Metal Grey. Now we're kind of in a strange situation here, where I have a Grey X. I could Evo into this Metal Grey X for 2, and if I pop the training, I can effectively Evo for 0. We're gonna crack the offense training delay to Evo into the Metal X for effectively 0, reducing by 1 from the Greymon X and then 2 by the offense training, so total of 3 cost reduction. And this is why the training cards are just so powerful. I just Evo'd into a non-ideal level 5 for 0. And then we give him the 3, we Evo into the Wargreymon, gain the DP. And I'm not feeling really great about this, because with his own offense training, he could, depending on the cards he has, deal with my Wargreymon. Especially with the 4k DP boost that he has from the BT-14 Wargreymon and the BT-14 Agumon there. So I'm a little scared because I didn't get the DP boost from the Metal Grey X Digivolve, since I didn't have X Antibody or a Metal Greymon, so that's why it felt really bad. The Evolve there only gave me Sec +1, and I didn't even end up using it, because I didn't want to risk Metal Greymon dying in security, because I would have only been swinging for 9,000, and I'm not willing to do 9,000 for effectively 4 checks, but it would have been a very risky swing there. So I just elected to go into the Wargreymon here. But it looks like he also doesn't have that great of a stack, since he evolves into the Metal X for effectively 1, using the delay of offense training. Swinging the Agu X. And I think it's a miscalculation on my opponent's part here. He evoed for a cost of 2 instead of a cost of 1, like he should have. But either way, he doesn't have enough memory to go into his own Wargreymon without passing turn. So I think he's about to get destroyed here. And because I have a memory setter, not sure if that would have made a difference. No, he just ends up playing Agumon, revealing, grabbing the tie. He can grab the tie, and then he's also going to take the probably Metal Greymon. Yep, he's going to take the Metal Greymon. Unfortunately, that stack that he evolved in the front and promoted early is about to get destroyed, because I don't have piercing, but it's got to go. So it's a free attack. You can see we kind of both have awkward hands here. I'm sitting here looking at my hand, thinking, how do I not have another rookie here? But I'm going to swing security with Wargrey, raid into the Metal Greymon X, and unsuspend. I don't get to pierce for any checks, unfortunately, but we're just in board control mode because our hand is kind of awkward here. I'm going to Wargreymon X for 1 to draw. Looks like we did top deck our rookie there. But before we do anything, we're swinging with Wargreymon X at security now for 13k for 3 checks. With each check, since I do have Wargreymon in my source, I do get to gain a memory. So hitting the tie there, giving the Agumon blocker, doesn't matter here, I'm still mid-swing. Checking an Agumon, no problem, gain another memory. Checking a Metal Greymon for the 3rd check, gain another memory. And then at the end of the attack, since I do have the Wargrey in my source, I get to delete a Digimon with DP equal or less. So Agumon clearly has a lot less DP than Wargrey X, so it is going away. And I'm sitting here at 3 now, evolving Agumon in the back, drawing a level 4 that can combo with my Greymon X. And instead of evolving, I'm just going to play another tie, just to give him 1. Since he does have the BT-14 Agumon with a tie tamer now, he can evolve into the Greymon for 0, and I don't want to give him 2 memory. So I'd rather give him the 1, so that he has as little chance as possible to delete my Wargrey X. Because I know if this Wargrey X lives, that I basically win the game. So he's promoting because he has to. I have game currently on the board. And using the effect of this Agumon to go into Greymon for 0. Very powerful effect. Question is, which Greymon? Yep, he's going into the BT-5 Greymon for 0, gaining a memory from its own effect. So not only do you get a free evolution, he gets to gain a memory, and then if he wants to suspend the tie, then he can gain another memory. Yep, evolving into the Metal Greymon for 4, choosing to de-digivolve my Wargreymon, suspending the tie to gain a memory, but unfortunately he was not able to keep turn with that combo. And that's the reason why it was so important that I put him to 1. See, if I gave him 2 by evoing into a Greymon in the back, he would have been able to keep turn with that Metal Greymon, and things could have gone south really quick. But because I did not, I put him to 1, even with the free evolution and the tie in the back to gain memory. He could not keep turn evoing into that Metal Greymon. So now I have my Raid Wargreymon back, since he kindly de-digivolved it for me. And I think we're just going to go to town. Yep, we're going to swing, we're going to raid into the Metal Grey stack, unsuspending. I'm not going to take any risks just swinging at security and, you know, risk dying to Hades Force or something like that. We evo for 1 into Wargrey X. We're going to swing and take out the last 2 security, gain the 2 memory back, and then we're going to swing for game. Wargreymon is not messing around in BT-14, and hopefully you got to see exactly why. If you liked the video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments what decks you guys would like to see next. Until next time, take care and best of luck in all your games.